All right, guys, I'm super curious. What did you think of Em Haynes' insane feats of strength in Cars on the Road? I mean, he hoisted up a whole monster truck amongst other cars in the episode. One of my friends absolutely lost it at this, went on a whole rant about how Cars on the Road is some fantastical, magical, unbelievable Cars 2-esque adventure that just really is basically like a Cars tune on steroids, blah, 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 blah. But while I get where he's coming from, like it doesn't make a ton of sense for a forklift to be able to lift up a monster truck that's, many, many times the weight of the Pitty. That's the idea of a circus. A circus is supposed to feature insane human acts of strength and skill and talent and other sorts of weird acrobatics, if you will. You know what I mean? So that's the point of it. Maybe it was faked. I mean, that's kind of the idea also of a circus. So to me, it makes complete sense. It fits in with what a circus should be. And yeah, I'm actually very pumped to open up and review Em Haynes. I think he's a really cool character. And I've been sitting on this plastic one now for about a year, almost a year, when September rolls around, and I feel bad for the guy, but he will be replaced by this metal one here because obviously it is superior to the plastic one, but we will compare, and who knows, maybe there'll be a use for the plastic one. It looks like this could be considered dirt track Em Haynes, right? But yeah, this 2-pack came out of 2023 2-packs case T, which is being found across the USA at Target stores. So going out there, these will not last long. The other 2-packs in the case, of course, you have Chiefess, the one with Mark Sontheimer, and then Lisa and Louise, the twin ghosts, which very nice. I'm recording these in a different way than I'm uploading them, just so you guys know. But yeah, let's get into it here with Em Haynes. Obviously, his partner in this pack is Claire Gunz'er. Not the best partner in the world. Would have been great if it was a new clown like Rodette Marker, who's the Chigo model one, or really literally any other ones, but they went with one of the ones that's peg-warmed the most this year, Claire Gunz'er. And to no fault of her own, I actually really like her. It's one of my favorite releases this year so far. But yeah, I don't think it'll be an issue because people will want Em Haynes without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, new for 2023, obviously. Em Haynes got some nice artwork there. Take a look at his forks. It's like he's got some claws, some like grabbers on the end of his prongs there. So we'll see how well that translates to the die cast. He also has like some stripes painted on his forks, which I don't believe translate at all from what I'm seeing. But the metallic turquoise does look pretty sweet. Of course, as seen in Cars on the Road, you have Bella Cadaver and Deputy McQueen, who, as I have been explaining, is going to be a pretty rare 2-pack unless her case somehow becomes a little bit more widespread. It really, it snuck out last month, and then this case came out, and it's like, hey, step aside, we're better than you, get the heck out of here. And it's like, whoa, 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 give that 2-pack a chance to breathe and let some of us get it, because that's going to be your only way to get Bella Cadaver. So we'll see what happens there, but it does seem like this 2-pack is just going to, or this case is going to overshadow Case S, which had Bella in it. You know what I mean? Along with the Tokyo Mater pack and Pitstoposaurus and Cave McQueen. There you have Jeremy and Chiefess. Now, I love how Chiefess looks in the stock image, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because the headdress looks way more shiny and way more metallic than the diecast ended up looking. I don't know the diecast looked as good as this image does, which is a little unfortunate. But then you have Gearston and Mark Sontheimer there, who, yeah, Mark Sontheimer, he's okay. He's okay. And then you have Lisa and Louise. Now, they differentiate them here based on the expression, but actually they have the exact same expression on the diecast. So obviously we'll talk about that, or maybe we already did in that review, because like I said, I think I'm going to actually review them second after Chiefess. So yeah, we will have already talked about this probably at length, ad nauseum. All right, guys, I'll be right back with this pack all opened up. Very excited about this one, even though it is just a Pitty. Look at our clown squad out here. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse for real. But yeah, All right, obviously not as big of a family as the Salt Fever one that you'll see in the Mark Sondheimer review, but still pretty large, pretty expansive. They've done quite a few clowns, which is a good thing. I like them all quite a bit. Emily Beanbright kind of fell through for me, but she's actually growing on me over time. And yeah, hopefully we get the rest of them over the next couple years. I would not mind if like it took all the way till 2025 before we had all of them. Yeah, you gotta space it out, pace yourselves a little bit. Don't just blow your wad in the first couple years of Cars on the Road being released. But yeah, I will toss a picture of Claire there. Oh my goodness gracious, I just slapped a Gearston Marshall off my table. But out of all the cars to do that to, honestly, that's a pretty okay one to do it to. And he looks okay. Anyways, yeah, there is Claire, who I already reviewed. I'll leave the link to her in the description below and card suggestion pop-up in the top right-hand corner. Again, I love her. I love the fact that she's, this will sound weird, but she's girthy. Like, she's got some size and weight to her. It makes it feel like she's worth the money you're paying and just looks like a fun release. I prefer her over Emily Beanbright and Maypillar Derev, K-Pillar Derev. I don't know about Greebles. Greebles being a gremlin with the nose definitely helps him a little bit. And then we have Em Haynes, of course, who doesn't have any lines, but he's got a couple grunts because he's lifting tons, literally tons. But yeah, I actually, I'm falling in love with this release. I think this may end up being one of my favorite of the year because I was also wrong. They did put the decals on his forks, which is kind of crazy. I was not expecting that at all. But we're going to try and restrain ourselves and see if Claire's a variant from her original release in case F. And it doesn't look like it. Let's zoom in here. Take a look. Pink side view mirrors, big old smile, deep cavity there for the mouth, lots of lipstick, some goldish rims, nice stripes. But yeah, definitely check out my review of her for the full story, the full detail. I always hated her license plate though, because it's literally like a plate slapped on a white rectangle and it's very blurry. Just doesn't look super good in my opinion. But it's J01-20S. Looks like it honestly got a little blurrier, but maybe that's just me. But I do love the polka dots on her back, especially the one just kind of chilling up top there. This one was from SO4A, so the 4th week of the year versus the 20th week. So 16 weeks apart. Interesting. But yeah, I would not consider this one a variant. I think maybe you could argue that the Jeremy was, and I think you'll be able to argue that Gearston. Again, I'm not sure when I'm recording or uploading these, but I already unboxed Mark Sondheimer and Gearston Marshall, and the Gearston does seem a little bit different, and I'll obviously check out that video for those reasons. But Claire here, no, this is not a variant at all. They are pretty much identical, and that's a good thing. Gives us one less thing to stress about. The side view mirror is actually no way, it is a variant. Oh my god, guys, listen to this. This is hard plastic. This is rubber. That's absurd. That is crazy. Why did they switch to rubber for the side view mirrors? Making her a variant just when we were about to classify her as not. No. Holy cow. What the hell, Mattel? What the hell, man? That is ridiculous. Guys, listen. That is ridiculous. That is just mind-blowing. I can't believe I was even able to figure that out. But wow, all right. So yeah, there you guys have it. It's a variant. Plastic side view mirrors versus rubber side view mirrors. Kind of crazy. All right, whatever. Cool, I guess. Maybe even the newer Claire Gunz'ers, because she has been included in a recent case, have the rubber side view mirrors. You guys are going to have to let me know if yours does or not. But yeah, here's Hallam. I love his expression. He's looking pretty happy despite probably being quite exhausted, but a nice smile. I wish they painted his mouth there because it does look like they just went with the turquoise spray over. But yeah, I am so baffled. I did not notice that they put the decals on his prongs there, which is so cool because I was worried that they didn't. So that's nice because this is all plastic. He doesn't have the grabbers as detailed as in the animation and the show, of course, but they do have these silver tips, which look pretty good. Gets the job done. But overall, the best part about him is just the metallic finish. Green metal base and a metal body. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. His date stamp is S22A. Green wheels. Nice roof decal there. That kind of matches the decals on the forks themselves. A little checkered board action. I love how it's a gradient. Like, see how it's like green down here, turquoise over there. The checkerboard's like silver. That becomes gold and maroon. You still have the green on the bottom. Just a very colorful character all around. What is that black speck, though? That looks kind of ugly. That looks super ugly. Kind of disappointed about that. I don't think that's supposed to be there, guys. But yeah, he looks great. This is definitely one of my favorite releases of the year. And that's saying a lot because we've had a lot of good ones. And I just think the finish on him is elite. And it's supposed to be a part of like the second group of clowns. Like there are two groups of clowns, if you guys didn't really know this in the episode. You have your kind of like pink swirlies, as I like to call them, like Greebles and Claire here, and Emily Beambright, and this Pitty here. Those are the pink swirlies or whatever, I don't know how you want to call them. And then you have the teal, the metallic teals, which would be the biplane here, and Em Haynes, and then there's a bunch of other ones that they just haven't tapped into yet. And that's kind of what Ivy ends up falling into as well, because she's teal with some flames, but still her own thing at the end of the day. But yeah, you could see it's almost like tiger, I don't know, like tiger stripes, I guess. That's just kind of what these imprintings remind me of. And then, of course, you have like the checkered board there and there. And I thought that the Circus stunt biplane here was pretty awesome in its metallic ways, It's got kind of a satin finish, a little bit of a matte finish. But yeah, Em Haynes takes it to a whole new level. And he's a big Pitty. Like, he's bigger than you think he is. And he just looks great. I'm a huge fan. Really like this guy a lot. So let's compare him. I have a whole slew of other Pitties I want to compare him to. We're going to start with the Pitstoposaurus, the most recent Pitty. Excuse me. They're about the same size. Pitstoposaurus is a little bit taller, a little bit bigger overall, of course, with the prongs. I mean, he could really mess. I mean, who would win, though? Pitstoposaurus, an animal, or Em Haynes, one of the strongest characters in the entire Cars universe? That's actually a pretty crazy fight. Sounds like the Battle of the Beasts. Pitstoposaurus versus Em Haynes. Holy cow. I don't know who wins that. But Em Haynes, I do believe, is going to end up his own unique model. I don't think there's anyone else here that is the same as him. Yeah, Sarah Cogs is a little bit different, but pretty similar. Kind of gives off Robert Jam Jones vibes in the coloring for sure, but Robert's smaller. Yeah, look at that. It's kind of cool. Em Haynes could definitely lift some guys up for sure. See, like, I mean, we're going to test it here in a second. There's Millie, who's quite a bit taller than Em. Millie just looks so mad. I love her expression still to this day. Thought I'd bring out Dottie from Planes. Similar shapes, but Dottie's definitely bigger. A little bit of an odder shaped Pitty than most. You have Nick Pittire here, the Nigel Gearsley Pitty. Kind of serves the purpose of all the World Grand Prix Pitties in terms of this comparison. And then same will apply for this guy, all Piston Cup Pitties. The wide model of Piston Cup Pitties. There's wide, tall, and short. This guy's wide. And then all next-gen Pitties are the exact same model. This is Laura Spinwell, the Jackson Storm Pitty. None other than Guido. Poor Guido. Guido might not live to see another day if he got into a fight with Em Haynes. I mean, Em Haynes is he's a big dude. You got the circus stunt performer, this unnamed clown here. Again, Em's got some girth on him. Got some muscle. But still two very nice looking pitties that go together well. And then, of course, we have the plastic version. Similar expressions, like it looked like they were going for the same thing, but yeah, very different executions here. Like, look at the decals on the roofs there, completely different. Just brown everything. Base, tires, forks. Not metallic at all. Good stuff. Glad we got a diecast version of him not too long after the release of the show. And yeah, guys, that is all I have for Em Haynes here. There was one other thing I wanted to do, though, I feel. Oh, yeah. Let's test it out. So, let's see here. See, guys? It's totally believable. Like, Em Haynes could easily lift Ivy. I mean, look at that. Like, he could even, like, juggle Ivy. Look at that. So, yeah, to all of your haters out there, it is not fantastical. It is totally believable. Em Haynes is one of the strongest characters in all of the Cars universe. But you guys let me know in the comment section below, who is your favorite clown from the Showtime episode of Cars on the Road? You know, we're going to zoom in on him because he is so tiny. I have to go, oh my god, this is such a tough question these days. I love these three a ton, Greebles, Em, and Claire. I'm going to have to go with Em. The metallic teal is just really doing it for me. Sorry, Kelly. Sorry, you. Sorry, Plane. And definitely sorry to the Pillar Derevs over here. They're just kind of basic, though. I mean, they're nice and all that, but they're recolors of previous models. So, yeah, guys, thanks as always for watching this video. I appreciate it, and I will see you soon for another one. Bye now.